Greetings. I share with you some thoughts on the solemnity of the Assumption of Mary, which we celebrate on the weekend of the 15th of August. Roman Catholics believe the doctrine of the Assumption, which teaches that at the end of her life, Mary, the mother of Christ, was taken body and soul, this is both physically and spiritually, into heaven to live with her Son, Jesus Christ, forever. This weekend's feast is an opportunity for us to celebrate Mary and her inspiring faithfulness. We remember that event years before she was taken body and soul into heaven, when she said yes to the angel's invitation to become the Mother of God. We celebrate that simple, humble yes, which God used to set events in motion that changed our relationship with Him, our relationship with each other, and literally the whole of history. But as we recall and celebrate Mary's yes to God, let's not forget that today's feast is really about God's yes to Mary. It's really about the way God rewarded Mary for her surrender to Him and His plan. It's about the way that He honored her for saying yes every day of her life, even when it meant letting a sword of sorrow and grief pierce her soul. It's about God lifting Mary up at the end of her life and crowning her with His glory, all in response to her humble, loving faithfulness to Him. Today's feast also tells us something about our own lives. It tells us that God rejoices every time we say yes to Him. It tells us that He honors every single time that we decide to follow Him. It tells us that no act of faith, no act of trust, and no act of obedience escapes His notice. It tells us that where Mary has gone, we too can follow. Mary's assumption into heaven may have signaled the end of her physical presence on earth, but she is still very much with us. So let her beacon of hope in good times and in bad be with us. Let her take us by the hand and lead us to her Son, Jesus. She will encourage us to persevere as she did. She will show us that just as God has a glorious plan for her life, one she didn't always understand, so He has a plan for us.